Hello, it's vlog time again, and I finally got a backdrop this time. Hey, yeah, I got quite a long one this time because I got about 28 minutes of footage there, recorded, just quickly thrown together. I'll do the proper video soon, but more on that later, because this is probably going to be quite a longer than usual as a vlog, because it's going to be quite a ranty one. Now, why do I rant? I don't really enjoy ranting, but basically I learned a long time ago that if you keep everything in, it just bottles up and eventually you explode. So ranting is actually good for your mental health. And that's why I'm going to do it. So yeah, right. So, now, I'm also going to post this very vlog to 3 places. You will see it on Odyssey, you will see it on YouTube, my normal channel, and you will see it on YouTube, my as usual, bloopers are kept in, on my retro channel. And the reason for that will become patently clear in a few moments. Okay, because of my first rant. A couple of months ago, a couple of, we'll call them members of the retro community, caused a bit of a controversy. Now, Top Hat I am going to name names. Top Hat Gaming Man received an invoice from Martin O'Neill. Sorry, correction, Martin McNeil, for unauthorised use of a photograph he took. Now, he's a professional photographer, so basically he sells photographs. And they just did a Google search, took the photograph without even thinking. Okay, originally not meant in malice, but it is the sort of thing they tend to do, is use other people's footage. But in this case, it came to bite him in the ass. Now, Richard, who is Top Hat Gaming Man, received the invoice charging them for use of the photograph. So his wife, Lady Decade, then made a video crying, cursing him out, basically sending the dogs onto the poor guy. And even including her kids in the video for sympathy. Yes, that was taken down, damage already done. Now, to be perfectly honest, I've got very little sympathy for the pair of them. I do feel for their kids, as any father would. But yeah, why couldn't he have made the video himself? Why did he have to put his wife in? We know why, we can all guess why. But now this was basically a guy named George, Funky Spectrum. I will link to the video, even though I don't disagree, even though I don't agree with everything he's done, as I will come clear now. Yeah, no sympathy at all for Top Hat Gaming Man, Lady Decade. As far as I'm concerned, they've ruined it. They've ruined it for themselves with what they did. George has very rightly done a lot of research and outed them. What I don't agree with George, and I'm really sorry, is, now I'm making this because I'm a small channel, it's not my living, fair, right? It's not up to us to police the community. That's a vigilante's job. That's what a vigilante is. I've not been a fan of trial by social media, having seen what it can do. Now, yes, okay, it looks very much like, which they are, the guilty party in this case. It's still not up to us to be the court judge and jury and everything else. So no, I do not agree with calling out other YouTubers that they must make a video on this. Sorry, I can't agree with that. Now, as I say, it's not my living. And yeah, okay, he's got a point in some cases, whereas one particular channel does make a thing of pointing out scams. So really, Dan, you should you should, not must, you could, and keep it within line with your channel. Okay, that's DJ Slopes. Now, I'm not as vitriolic, and I know a lot of that is front with George. But no, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with calling out other YouTubers to do a job of the courts. And that's where I hope it goes. I hope it goes to the courts. Let the legal system of the country deal with it, because there is a defamation case here and it needs to be dealt with. And we shall see. Martin has put a video up, which I won't link to him, but you can go to you can search Funky Spectrum and you can search Martin McNeil. I'm not ashamed of making this video, or some words of those effect. You will find the videos. I will leave them to you. I'm just pointing them out. Okay, now that is all I'm going to say on that particular topic, apart from the odd taking the piss in my videos. And I've already got a little sound effect there to take the piss. That is light-hearted ribbing. So, on we go to the next rant. PayPal. When I was at Blackpool, my son sent me a tenner via direct debit from his bank. PayPal took this as an e-check, which was supposed to take 3 to 5 days. And 2 weeks later, it still hadn't cleared. Well, no, it was 8 days. 8 days. It still hadn't cleared. Now, they said e-check. It's going to be the bank. Harry, my son, contacted the bank. And no, it's all gone from there. I was actually speaking to the customer service at the bank as well, along with him. And it's gone. It's out of the account. It's completely cleared. PayPal insisting, oh, e-check, it's not cleared yet, blah, blah, blah. And it's just got to wait to happen. So now he's stuck in a loop. Now, my son, I've advised him now to any payments he sends, because we always send him money back and forth to each other. The whole family. It's a useful thing. But he's had it before with his mother. And I think I've convinced him now to, if you're going to send money through PayPal, if it's not in the balance, use the card, not the account. So anyway, with all this to-in and fro-in with PayPal, and a lot of complaining for me. Now, I always complain if I'm going to customer support. I may be a bit. I'm not unreasonable. I'm not a Karen. I won't go asking, oh, I need to speak to your manager, and not listen to reason. I will listen to reason. But anyway, eventually I thought, right, this is going to be stuck in a loop. It was only a tenner, it's not life-changing or anything like that. So I thought, bugger it, leave it now, just let it sort itself out, which it was within 2 hours. I wonder how long it would have taken if I hadn't been on the phone. Yeah, I had to get through on the phone in the end as well. So yeah, it was wonderful. So PayPal, you can do better as well. I don't think we really do e-checks in the UK. It's direct debit. So why is a direct debit coming through as an e-check? Something wrong somewhere. Nothing our end, nothing we can do. That's just PayPal. Right, that's on to the next rant, which is a fun rant. It really is. It's not a serious rant. The Everything C64 Discord, not forum anymore, Discord challenge was for a game called Robot Jet Action. I have not played such a frustrating game for a long time. Great graphics, great music. You've got to be absolutely perfection to get this done, to get this game. I just about managed to clear level 3. It's not fun to play. It's not fun to play. There was no way I was playing that for an hour on stream, so I'm afraid I did put up a score, but no, it's not going on stream. Yeah, so there won't be a 64 challenge this month on my retro channel. Oh yeah, just the thoughts of playing it. No, another one, Facebook. Facebook keep changing things. They keep changing things. So I use something called Social Fixer, which allows me to set my feed, hide posts, and basically set the feed how I want to see it. Now Facebook have changed things to obfuscate elements of the screen. So now I get everything again. I get the sponsored posts. Every 5th post, the second post in every 5th post is a sponsored post. Now I'm not prone to adverts. I'm a cynic. The older I get, the more cynical I get. So I'm not prone to adverts. You got and the worst one of all. Now I've disabled the app platform. I'm not interested in games. So they got these instant games to bypass all that bollocks. And the instant games go through for anything. They even work with the app platform turned off. And I used to hide them by name. OMG, in all capitals. Name tests. And now they're all back. Because they've obfuscated the name so they can't be hidden. If somebody didn't want to see these things, why are you forcing them on us? Now, the only reason I use Facebook, and I continue to use Facebook, I'm not boycotting it, is because of the people on there. People I don't want to lose contact with. There are alternatives, but nobody seems to want to use them. I also use the unfortunately named MeWe. Now, I think that name puts a lot of people off, but it does work. My only gripe really with MeWe is you can't link to posts. You have to be a member of Wee. Yeah, I think the name is a bit like I piss if it was Apple. So yeah, I think that was Liam Pandemonium who came up with that one. I did giggle. But yeah, I'm on MeWe. I will leave a link to that channel in my MeWe page on that one. Up to you if you want to follow me. I would like to see more people there. I would like to use a different thing than Facebook more often. I don't see it happening purely because people don't want to change. But Facebook are really, really, they're just annoying. They just force things in your face. They want you to see what they want you to see, not what you want to see, not what you find useful. And yeah, it did. Sometimes when they first did the change, about 70% of my feed was crap. Not from what I wanted to see, not from my friends, not from my group posts. It was just crap that was thrown at me that had no relation to what I'm doing whatsoever. So yeah, Facebook, you really... I understand you need to make money, but I'm going to try not to swear, except for the mild words like piss and shit. Yeah, you really... the way it frustrates me, and I still continue to use it, as I say, because of the people in there. The people who I keep in contact with there make it worthwhile. But Facebook, really, you are annoying. Right. Another rant. British Cycling. Yeah, British Cycling. They're already net zero, so why are they trying to achieve net zero? By partnering up with one of the big oil companies, in this case Shell, for the next 8 years. I'd only just renewed my membership with them as well. Now, to be perfectly honest, I'm just a commuter cyclist. And the only reason I have membership is because it includes a third-party insurance, which, although I don't intend to have an accident, nobody does. So anyway, I've cancelled my membership. It does still go until next September, but next September I have been advised to use a different, just a third-party insurance, which will cost me, about £1 a month, which is like a third of what I'm paying for a British Cycling membership. No, you don't. When you're already a green company, you don't partner up with big oil to make yourself more green. That's a term I didn't hear before, but now I have, and it is greenwashing, which is basically the oil company are partnering with somebody green to make them look good. Shell, you will never be good. You are just one of the biggest polluters on the planet. Sorry. But there we are. We need to free ourselves from the oil. It's not going to happen anytime soon. It really can't. I'm a realist. I'm Greta Thunberg. Yeah, okay, you got your ideals, but you've got to have some reality too. There's got to be some reality to it. It can't change overnight. It's just impossible and keep civilization the way it is. But a cycling membership club partnering with oil? No, get real, please. Okay, I don't care what you come up with. I don't care what excuses you come up with. There is no excuse for partnering with big oil. Right. One more little rant, and that's the state of, and I don't like doing politics, but the state of our politics at the moment is just in an absolute bloody turmoil. 45 days for a Prime Minister. She didn't have a clue. She really didn't have a clue. You could see she completely and utterly clueless. Came in, basically destroyed the economy within a week. I mean, the poor are suffering, the poor are struggling, the energy prices are rising, and the people who are going to spend the money have now got to spend it on just keeping warm. So what do? They cut the taxes for the richest, who can already afford it, remove the caps for bankers' bonuses, the bankers, who've been bailed out by us in the past for their cock-ups. Oh, what the hell are they thinking? And I got my own little conspiracy theory here. They know they're not going to win the next general election, so they're just raking it in while they can. They're not going to call a general election early. I know they've U-turned on a lot of their moves, and it's already caused the Chancellor to go. He was sacked for doing exactly what he was told, and now the Prime Minister went. Results should be through today, probably before this vlog goes public. So yeah, but I mean, And then the thought that Boris was going to try again, that would have been the ultimate piss take. Seriously, he dropped out. Yeah, I think he dropped out under advice of people who were actually grounded in reality, to be honest. Possibly his staff. You know, what are you doing, Boris? What are you even thinking? So yeah, I don't think Sunak can do a better. Well, I don't think nobody can do much worse than Truss. We all thought Boris was the worst. He started the rot, but yeah. I think it really is time for a general election, but we won't see one of them until January 2025. They're going to hang on to power for as long as they can. Okay, so what have we got? We've had 15 minutes of ranting. And now to get on to some good stuff. Okay, Weird Al Yankovic, the movie, which is a total parody in itself. Nothing to do with Weird Al real life. As it fully intended, but it's only going to be available on the Roku channel, and you got to have a Roku device to actually watch it. So I bought one. Only the Express, 26 quid, not bad. But yeah, I've set that up for a load of other channels as well. My iPlayer, ITV Hub, Netflix, all that sort of bollocks. So yeah, Roku. I got that routed through my HDMI switcher, through my computer. Yeah. So now, even when I change something, I don't have to log into everything again. I can just go through the Roku. Yeah. And I can get to see Weird Al. I won't go the piracy method, even for a free thing. No, those days are gone. Those days are gone. The main reason for them in the past was I didn't have the money, and I didn't have the payment method, even when I did have the money. So, I can afford it now. I'm not struggling, thankfully, but there we are. Now, that just ended a bit suddenly, didn't it? So, recently I've had some jabs. I've had the flu jab, no ill effects. I had the COVID jab, the fourth jab, another booster, which was the new Pfizer. So that's AstraZeneca for the first two, Moderna for the third one, and the new Pfizer for this one. Now, normally I struggle with sleeping the night after a COVID jab, and at all. I did take paracetamol, and I did not sleep at all on the night after the COVID jab. So I was in no fit state for work the next day. On top of that, I was hit by a cold. I was basically knocked for 6 on the day after. I couldn't even do the shopping. I had to send them out to do the shopping. So that was one day. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was just left with the remnants of a cold. Still got a little bit left, but nothing much. But that was my first cold since 2019, early 2020. That one pretty much knocked me as well. Just a runny nose, basically. That's the biggest problem with a cold, a runny nose. And I had more jabs today. Oh, it's coming off. That can come off now completely. There we are. But that was the other direction. Blood tests, and they're just regular. They're just regular because of the medication I'm on, which isn't serious. It's just precautionary medication because of my age. Yeah, I'm getting old. I don't feel old, I gotta be honest. I just feel grumpy. Right. And now for the last part of this, which is a proper list of shout-outs of everybody I can remember. They are in some particular order. They're in order of people, sort of in the order of people I met while I was away in Blackpool. And few comments on the way it goes. Okay, so the first person I met was Neko Diva, of course, in the arcade club on the Friday, and she was playing My and taught me how to play it. Yeah, she's awesome. I'm crap, but I played it in beginner mode, and I was okay. I could follow it okay, and she was all over the place, and it was you have trouble watching. Absolutely amazing. Charlie Farr, Dave, good old Dave. World champion on Galaxian and a Moon Shuttle and a few other games. Jambon, he was there at the arcade club as well. Tracy Gleave, who joins in Charlie Farr's channel, and she's an awesome joust defender. She's a good gamer. She's a good gamer, really is. And Zombie Workshop, Lucan, I saw at arcade club. A few others I saw at Arcade Club, which I'll leave to the end for reasons. And Spexy, of course, with his zombie. We had John came up to me. Now, to be perfectly honest, he came up to me in the queue on the Saturday in the Norbreck, and I honestly didn't know who he was related to retro gaming, but we got on really well. The chats were great. I found out that John is Retrobytes. Hey. Yeah, thank you. I just didn't put it to there. It was a really good chat, a really lovely bloke. Antaeus and his wife Taralu. SteTech Gaming. SteTech has got one of the most recognisable accents on YouTube, on Twitch. YouTube and Twitch. Great bloke, nice to meet you. Then we started meeting with the crowd that I went up there with originally. Craig Flanagan from the Mainmeister community, and also Alan Mainmeister. Met him. A great bloke. Oh, everybody I met was great. Gotta be honest. Mainmeister had lots of time with Mainmeister. Helped out with Mainmeister, of course, at the panels. Ian, who is not part of the retro community, really, but he's Alan's mate, and he came along as well. Another great time. Grassamaniac. Yeah, nice. Nice old rant you had there from Trista. I caught you on video as well for the comeback, in which you did quite well. Lister of Smeg. Sold a Bull. Over by the Donkey Kong machines and everything like that. So that's where we first started. Desktop Simmer. Novabug. Big Juffer. You're not my dad. But if you were my dad, you'd be younger than me, so you couldn't be my dad. So yeah. Nag Graham. Nag. Norwich Amiga Group. Nice to meet you too. Emperix. Brief, but nice to meet you. That was briefly at the breakfast table at the Norbreck. We recognised you this time. And then we got on to the bigger guys, which I did meet in Arcade Club. They were sat at a table. I shyly introduced myself. Trista Bites, Jason Bradbury, and Quang. And last but definitely not least, and I leave this one till last because she was the last person I actually saw. It was Kim Justice. Not the last person I saw in the place, because I saw her a few times before some of the others. But she was on my train between Blackpool and Manchester. Now, as I'm no fanboy, so I left it to herself. But I said hi and bye. And yeah, it was a good time. So, after all those shout-outs, and quite a 15-minute rant, and 8 minutes of good stuff, we come to an end of the vlog. And what a vlog it was, eh? Yeah. Almost 25 minutes this time. So, nothing really to add. Until the next one, in 3 weeks' time. Have fun. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Ta-ra now.